Let's be real, navigating any kind of legal conflict is incredibly stressful. It can feel like you're living in a constant state of high alert. So think of this as a practical, trauma-informed playbook. It's designed to help you handle the immense pressure of the whole process. The hearings, the filings, and just that nonstop stress that comes with it all. You know that feeling, right? That little notification buzzes on your phone and bam! Instantly, your body just reacts. Your heart starts pounding, your chest gets tight. It's this physical, full-body experience that can completely hijack your entire day. And here is probably the most important thing to get about that feeling. It's your nervous system doing its job, trying to protect you. It is not a crystal ball predicting about outcome. It's a physiological fire alarm. And today, we're going to learn how to recalibrate that alarm. So let's actually put a name to this experience. Now, court PTSD might not be a formal diagnosis you'll find in a medical textbook, but the symptoms, they are absolutely real. Prolonged legal battles with the high stakes, the constant conflict, the feeling of powerlessness can be genuinely traumatizing to the nervous system. And just look at how these two sides of the coin are totally interconnected. That physical panic spike you get from an email, that can lead directly to replaying arguments in your head or jumping to the worst-case scenario. And that feeling of being wired but exhausted, that's your body stuck in threat detection mode, which makes it almost impossible to think clearly or even remember important details. Seeing these patterns is the very first step to getting back in the driver's seat. This really gets to the heart of it. This whole process isn't about just gritting your teeth and being tough. Your brain is literally trying to keep you safe, but its alarm system has become way too sensitive. So our goal isn't to shut the alarm off, but to gently retrain it, to teach it that right here, in this present moment, you're actually okay. Okay, so let's get practical and move to our first tool. I want you to think of this as immediate first aid for the exact moment one of those triggers hits. This is what you can do the second you feel that panic starting to rise. You know, our default setting, especially for smart, capable people, is to try and logic our way out of feeling anxious. We strategize, we overthink, we try to solve the problem with our minds. And here's the crucial shift in thinking. You cannot think your way out of a physical panic response. It's just not how we're wired. When your body is in fight or flight mode, the logical problem-solving part of your brain kind of goes offline. So to calm the mind, you absolutely must calm the body first. So there's a proper sequence to this. First, you have to use physical techniques to downshift that alarm blaring in your body. Second, you have to pull your attention out of whatever you're worrying about in the future or regretting from the past and plant it firmly in the present moment. And only after you've done those two things can you effectively get to that third layer, actually problem solving and making sense of things. Okay, so here's the play-by-play. When that trigger hits, first just name it. Say it out loud if you can. This is a trauma response. And notice where you're feeling it. Is it in your chest, your stomach? Next, downshift your body. A fantastic tool here is the physiological sigh. That's a double inhale through your nose, then a long, slow exhale through your mouth. Then orient yourself to the present. Use your senses. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can physically feel, and so on. And finally, take one tiny action. It could be as small as writing a deadline down. This teaches your brain that a trigger doesn't have to mean a total meltdown. All right, so the reset is your reactive tool for when things get bad. Now let's build your proactive system. Putting together a court kit helps your brain feel prepared instead of constantly feeling ambushed by stress. The first piece of your kit is a grounding card. And this is so simple but so powerful. Just take a screenshot of these reminders and make it your phone's lock screen. That way, in a moment of panic, you don't have to remember anything complicated. You just have to look at your phone. It's like your own personal emergency checklist. Next up, your support stack. This is vital because you need different people for different needs. There's the practical person who helps you sort out logistics. There's the emotional support person who just listens without making you more upset. And there's the professional, your therapist, your lawyer, your coach. Knowing who to call for what specific need keeps you from burning out any one person in your life. These are basically pre-made rules you create for yourself when you're calm to protect yourself when you're not. By deciding ahead of time that you won't reply to a nasty email for at least 30 minutes, you stop yourself from sending an emotional, impulsive response you might regret 5 minutes later. And finally, this is a non-negotiable. After any contact related to your case, a phone call, opening mail, a meeting, you need a routine. This ritual is a powerful signal to your nervous system that the stressful event is officially over and that it is now safe to stand down and start to relax. Okay, so let's take all these ideas and apply them to one of the most high-stakes moments in any case, an actual hearing day. We can make it a lot more manageable by breaking it down into three distinct phases. So your plan is going to cover the day or two before, the hours you're actually in court, and, this is the most important part, the recovery phase immediately afterward. Just having a structure like this can give you a real sense of control in a situation that often feels completely out of your hands. So, in the days leading up, your main job is self-preservation. Really protect your sleep, eat simple food, and please don't cram information all night. Rehearse a few key factual phrases. Then, on the morning of the hearing, I want you to reframe your goal. Your only job, your number one priority for the day, is to keep your nervous system as regulated as you possibly can. During the hearing, use those physical grounding tricks. Keep your feet flat on the floor, focus on slow exhales. Taking notes can also help reduce that feeling of helplessness. But here's the part that people almost always skip, and it makes all the difference: what you do after. Do not sit in your car replaying every single thing that was said. Instead, write a very brief, facts-only summary of decisions and deadlines, and then immediately launch your decompression ritual. True recovery starts the moment the stressful event is over. Okay, let's zoom out and talk about the long haul here. Recovery from this kind of prolonged, intense stress isn't about somehow eliminating stress completely. It's about redefining what progress actually looks and feels like for you. I mean, how powerful is that? You're still going to get triggered. That's a given. The win isn't never feeling stressed. The win is noticing the stress and recovering more quickly. The win is having fewer deep, days-long spirals. The win is choosing to engage instead of avoid. You have to celebrate those small, crucial victories along the way. These legal battles can feel so profoundly unfair. And it's really easy to get lost in that, to get stuck in a loop of outrage, constantly asking, why is this happening? How can this be fair? But that question often just leaves you feeling powerless. So I want you to try asking this question instead. This simple question shifts your focus from the external chaos that you can't control to the internal agency that you always have. It brings the power right back to you. Maybe it's just responding to an email with facts instead of emotion. Maybe it's putting your phone down for 10 minutes to connect with someone you love. It's those small acts of integrity that will preserve your sense of self and get you through the storm.